Well, the New York Times called it enchanting and one of the best books that author Ivan Doig ever wrote. It's also the focus of this month's First Coast Book Club, and here to tell us about it is Stacey Goldring. Welcome, Stacey.
Hello, Anne. How are you?
I'm great. Nice to see you.
Good to see you as well. I'm so excited to talk about this book.
So you're going to be talking about this Tuesday night at
hmm
the monthly meeting of the Chapter Endnotes Book Club at
Correct.
San Marco Books and More. This is kind of a road story, or is it more of like a coming of age story?
It's both. If A lot of people recently have read Lincoln Highway
Yeah.
by Amor Tolls, this is the same thing, and may I say, done better. I hope Tolls isn't listening,
We
but
we
I
should
like
s-
this better.
we should say
So,
the name of the book and
okay,
maybe take a picture of it here.
great. So this is The Last Bus to Wisdom by Ivan Doig. What a fun last name that is to pronounce.
There's some controversy over the pronunciation, I understand.
Yes, there is, but that's okay. We're going to let that go because we are going to talk about this incredible story by an author who I did not even know about till one of our book club members brought this book to our attention, and we thought, let's give it a try. So let me tell you a little bit about the book and then a few little interesting facts. The Last Bus to Wisdom is a coming of age story, technically, Bildungsroman, that is set in 1951 Montana, right?
And all of his books were pretty much
Yes.
Montana, right?
And that's where he grew up. He writes about what he knows, which is good advice for any writer.
Mm.
So we follow 11-year-old Donald, not Donald, Cameron, and he is sent away from his Montana ranch to live with his strict aunt in Wisconsin after his grandmother falls ill with female
Oh
troubles.
boy.
Yes. And he is convinced that his aunt is Kate Smith. And it's this is just a funny little anecdote that you have to read in the story. It's absolutely adorable. So he's packed onto a Greyhound bus. So now pick 11-year-old kid sent on a Greyhound bus,
Solo.
but it's 1951.
Okay.
So you have to leave, thank God, 2024 behind and just fall into the pages in this book. This is therapeutic reading.
Oh.
Trust me. And he leaves Great Falls from the bus station, and we embark with him on this cross country odyssey with this young boy who has $30 safety pinned to the inside of his shirt and a stolen arrowhead that, let's say, is properly sheathed and protected in his pocket.
Mm.
There he is taking his seat on the bus, and he is clutching an autograph book. And I don't know if you remember what autograph books
Oh
are, but
yeah.
yeah, so he has this book, and this is the literary tool that Ivan Doig, Doig uses for us to meet all the passengers on the bus as he goes through the country.
Oh, interesting.
So it's a great literary tool. And then he gets to Wisconsin, and I don't want to give it all away, but he meets his partner for the next part of his journey, which is an older man named Herman. And then they begin the next part of this journey of self-discovery. It is so it is so beautifully written. It is so well done. It's like a Tom Sawyer kind of adventure. So we're
Yeah.
learning about uh, each of these characters and their growth development. And we're also learning about America. And it's at a certain time and place that I think that we all idealize in our head. It's kind of like Andy and Opie, it's like Mayberry. And right now, Anne, you know, this is like a legal drug, reading books. And it is so healthy. And it has made me so happy over the past few weeks, not only to read this book, but also to research it and bring it to you this afternoon.
I mean, it's a great reminder how immersive great literature can be
Yes.
and why a book club like this is also very therapeutic for people.
Yes, it's a sense of community. And right now we live in such civil discourse and everyone has attitude, and has their point of view. But when you come and discuss books, it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter anything, what you think outside of the walls of the book club. You just come together and you discuss great literature. And this book is so beautifully written that you can picture it like a film. and many people have asked me, will Last Bus to Wisdom be turned into a film? And it will not. So I think that's kind of good because it just
How do you
sits there
know
in your
that?
brain. I research. I only found one of his books that was made into a film. So I don't think this is
On
going
your
to.
recommendation, it might get to Hollywood. That could be the
Oh,
next.
you are a hoot, honey. But
But remind us, people who come to the
yeah.
Chapter and Notes book club, they
Mhm.
don't have to have read it. They
No,
can just be there to have
correct.
some community and some conversation about
Yes,
literature.
yes. In fact, I held a book club yesterday, and I'd say half the people read the book, and it just didn't matter. They were excited to read the book afterwards, which is just lovely. And people can go to chapterandnotes.com to go ahead and sign up. And if they can't make it to the evening book club in person, then of course they can join us online at 11 o'clock on Tuesday.
Well, Stacey Goldring, we love having you here. It's called The Last Bus to Wisdom. Thanks so much for joining us,
You're welcome. Thank you.
and we'll be right back.